Hi guys, King Keenan here. Just thought I'd load in with my nioh build. I've been testing it out a lot with a few others, but this is what I see, for my playstyle at least, is the most powerful that I've came across, and I've tried quite a few powerful ones at that. I spent a lot of time making builds. This is the first video I've ever uploaded. So yeah, here we go. Obviously the Kazaragama, can't pronounce it right. If I do it wrong, sorry. Shiraneri has mid-attack damage in there. Final blow damage, aka killing strike, fire, guard key reduction, mid-attack key reduction. I've tried that instead of skill key reduction, and it seems to work pretty well. This is primarily built up of the Warrior of the East, as you can see. Has 90% of the perks on there, right down to the change to attack category B. That's what basically takes your attack over 2000. There is a few variations of this build. It's made up obviously of Warrior of the West, the bow. I do have fire damage on my hand cannon in there, as you can see. The Ogre's Mask, which has fire damage as well. This is a big part of this build. 20% on there with the 23.4.8 on the cannon. The Warrior of the East chest piece with obviously attack on there. Doesn't have 34, but doesn't necessarily have to be 30. Sorry, doesn't have 35. Fanatic's armor to give me that extra damage reduction, with of course the 20% close combat attack critical for when we want to go into living weapon. And of course the Warrior of the East rest of the set. Obviously the Yakasani Makatama, again can't pronounce it right. Fire damage on as much as you can see on my Makatama there at the end. These are my special effects. This is my status. Fire damage is coming in at quite a high, I think it was 57.9, I don't quite remember. I'm voicing over this from the video that I recorded earlier. Now, this build can be used on lower levels. You don't necessarily have to be at 750 level like my current character. You know, it doesn't mean to say you're not going to get a high damage output, and so on and so forth. Of course you can use it at, at lower levels. Obviously it's fantastic if you do get to level 750. Just simply farm the famous Ghost of Sarayama mission and use Suzaku, which of course with this build with the fire damage on there will help you out a lot. So yeah, if you want to pause the video through everything that you see, try to copy them down if you want to copy like for like. As you can see, level 750. Took a while for me to get there. A lot of farming. I didn't have quite the right setup when I was trying to get to level 750. But I've learned through time. Hard to gain the certain perks, the certain Makatamas and so on and so forth, and living weapon perks that you need for it. But nonetheless, we go on. What I'm going to do is, I'm in crit mode at the moment, so I'm going to go to the shrine and I'm going to show you what it's like without being in critical mode, to show you what the damage output's like. I'm going to be using Extraction Talisman. I think the other one's a Luck Bringer. I quite remember. Mainly it's brought up with Power Pills, Carnage, Steel, Protection, and the Fire Talisman. As you can see, it just rips through. Of course, having that fire damage on there, that is again the primary elemental damage with this build. It's fantastic, especially with the Ogre's Mask. You can obviously use different ones if you want, but as you can see, this is non-critical mode, and you can see the damage it is causing to this boss. Now, I will rip through a few bosses soon in critical mode to let you see the difference. But yeah, that's that guy taken care of. We'll make our way to the other boss. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to pop another power pill, I think. And as you can see, non-critical damage there. It just slices through the guy in seconds. Then we go into the next boss. And let's end that. Chicken burn with quite ease. Again, you know, non-critical damage, it's great if you want to do extra fast. Then obviously go into critical mode. Just bear in mind, obviously, with the new nerf, well, not new nerf, it's out a few weeks. There is a timer on the living weapon where after a while your stones will not. I'm letting this guy take me down into critical, by the way, to let you see. Oh, I'll just kill him now. See. But there is a timer on the living weapon. After a while, where your spirit stones just don't have an effect to keep it up anymore. Your Amrita gauge. So what I tend to do, obviously, is just let it run out. Use 2 spirit stones to gain your full gauge again while you're still in critical, if you can stay there, and activate it before, as you can see what I'm doing here. You go in into the boss. I use the Reaper move with the Kazaragama. As you can see, the damage there that's caused, I didn't quite use it to ample effect, but it's still dead quite quick. But yeah, the Reaper, the move that I use a lot, along with Blade Spin, of course, obviously. But the Reaper, for me, it has too much of a fast damage output not to use on a lot of enemies, particularly yokai. I find with human enemies, obviously, it takes down their ki quite fast, but if they're agile enough, they'll avoid you, and because it's a stance-based move, you're staying in one area, then it can be quite irritating. But against these guys, it's quite good. As you can see, 4,000 damage, 13.5, well, just under 14,000 actually. So yeah, that's the guy took down. Again, you know, there is different variations of living weapons / non-living weapon builds, the best of both worlds, as I call it. But for me, yeah, this seems to do the world of good for me. I tested out the other well-known setup with the Armor of the Exceptional, Japanese Bravest, as they call it, some other people. And yes, it's a great build and so on, but for me, I just find that you can chop and change in different gauntlets and put different, like Master Swordsman on this build if you want, and you want more ki reduction. Again, depending on your type of play, your style of play rather. I've just went for pure out and out fire and damage on offense. You'll probably see my health go down quite fast. Obviously, I'm fighting a lot of bosses here. I'll just take this guy out. As you can see, the damage he caused was ample enough, and it's done. He's gone. But for me, again, maybe it's just to, you know, the fact of seeing my weapon. I'll just go to the shrine here. Seeing my weapon at over 2,000 damage, it's great. You know, it just gives you that extra, you know, badass feeling, if you want to put it that way. I don't know. Yeah, so we're going to make our way up to the second last boss here, and we're nearly done. Let's just pop a few more bits and bobs. Yeah, get the gauge up again. Alright, there we go. As you can see, the damage is quite good, does a lot of damage. Now, he got me down there quite a bit, and I activated in time. That's one thing you've got to keep an eye on, obviously, but as you can see, the damage difference between now and as opposed to before I activated Living Weapon. and that's him dealt with. So now we're up. I wasn't paying attention to guarding against this guy, and I got caught 3 times, so he has me for lunch. Not only once, twice, but 3 times. Lucky enough for me, I had a little time in between, and I didn't die. I guess I just wasn't paying too much attention to what he was doing, but, you know, after this time, I think he's had enough of trying to eat me, and, I block his attack, and as you can see, I whispered into his ear, and he's just died. Yeah. So, I was wanting to take on most of these guys in living weapon. As you can see, I'm popping a few more stones. Getting spirit stones is not as hard. Obviously, if you go to the Ghost of Sawayama, or filling snows, or falling snows, I can't remember, but not long since I've done that level. They do give out good returns in regards to spirit stones if you need to stock up on some of them. Again, you don't have to use spirit stones, but for me, if you want to use living weapon a lot and you decide you want to use it a lot more with this build as opposed to none, then okay. But again, it gives you the best of both worlds. I keep misjudging these guys, and when they're getting close to the edge where you can actually touch them, I decide to pop a few more stones, get the gauge back up, and I think I go into critical here. Yeah, I'm going to take this guy out, I'm almost sure. Again, I recorded this earlier, and I decided, well, I'll finish off the video and then put it up for you guys to have a look at. So yeah, I'm into living weapon now. And again, primordial use of this is to simply show you the damage output that it's giving. If there is a better build out there and something that does simply more damage than this, then yeah, continue on. This just suits me to the bone, basically. It does everything I needed to do. It kills more or less in one touch. And yeah, that's pretty good for me, really. And I've tried quite a lot of powerful builds, quote-unquote powerful builds. So yeah, just going to take this. It's the second last one, I'm not too sure. Well, that's him down. Now, at the end here, I slice and dice the last dragon, if you want to call it the head, just to show how much damage I'm going to be doing. So he lands down here. Now, I was meant to obviously kill him here, but as you can see right now, the damage that it's doing is quite high. You know, I could do that continually as far as I know, but I want to finish it off. So yeah, guys, I mean, that's the end of the level. I simply just wanted to throw it out there. If someone else has come up with this, then great, you know. But 100% find this out by myself. Didn't get any information from anyone. It was pure testing until the early hours of the morning. So prior to the Dragon of the North, this will be the build that I'm going into that DLC using. Until, obviously, we figure out what these new spirits are. And obviously that new weapon is, I really can't wait until the 2nd of May. So, guys, I will leave you that, and thank you for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video. Thank you.